Man, shout out to my motherfucking brother, you dig? Let that play, let that intro play. Let my nigga play. Don't tell my nigga DK blast out, you dig?
I'm the crazy baby, you can call me Blast Man. I can't love you, bitch, my heart colder than Aspen. Remember having dreams of riding around in Astons, fucking bitches with big booties up in cabins, smoking choppers with my folks up in the hills. I've been ballin', boy, like Marshawn with the Bills. This ain't a test, this ain't a game, this ain't a drill. I'm TTG, I'm trained to go, I'm trained to kill. For real, I'm ice, I'm freeze. The bitch gon' give me coochie for no reason. I'm all up in the camera, now I'm cheese. I'm hitting it from the back, doing my D's. My duck. You know everybody look. They love me, baby. Told her, baby, you were fucking with the juice card. No need to lose a roof, you looking at a true star. These niggas couldn't afford my style if they had coupe. I'm bagging bitches 2 for 1 like I had group. I'm shining, I'm crispy. I'm talking shit, I'm backing it up, you feel me? Tell them this a Lucci party, you cannot get in. She back to pop it, doing it for the gram. You said she your girl, she said you ain't her man. Shorty told her slide on her, so that's what we did. She gon' bust it down, do it like I taught her. Told her had no worries, Hakuna Matata. Let her load my chopper, let her roll my chopper. We gon' smoke it, she gon' booty pop. This ain't no splash, this ain't no gap, it's just a whole lot of I feel like Walker, I got white bitches rolling the wood. Nighty night, me a nigga like my first name was Suge. Tupac, me a nigga, stomp them out in the club. I'm throwing ones for all my bitches with the fat butts. Tell them I love it when they call me Big Glass Man. That little choppy cause she choking on that gas man. Pussy so wet it got me rapping with an accent. Gold drops, no celebrity, I live a rich life affiliated MSC. You know my trigger grip type, my 40 just came with a beam and bitch that's word to gun. 30 rounds that bitch came packed with matching his and hers. Somewhere riding around in Dallas, I ain't shit to serve. My bitch party all the time, I let her sniff the word. Say her pussy keep on leaking, she took off for sure. If the price is right, the bitch ain't mine tonight, she yours. I'm ice, I'm freeze. The bitch gon' give me coochie for no reason. I'm shining, I'm crispy. I'm talking shit, I'm backing it up, you feel me? I'm ice, I'm freeze. The bitch gon' give me coochie for no reason. I'm shining, I'm crispy. I'm talking shit, I'm backing it up, you feel me?
Man, shout out to my
You cannot get in. Tell them it's a Lucci party, you cannot get in. Nah, you cannot get in. Tell them it's a party, you cannot get in.
shout out to my motherfucking Nick. What my shit at? Let's get into this shit, you dig?
Well, let's get into this name, all right? Okay. That's so juicy. It's just, that's so me. When you first got on any social media, you need to have like a niche or a niche, right?
Right.
And I'm just being myself.
Okay.
My mother actually gave me the nickname because she said I was a juicy baby. I was just a chunky baby. That's
Man, shout out to the ugly TV.
So I would be a juicy man.
You would be.
I've been a juicy man all my life. I never stopped being juicy.
Women
money
do
juicy.
not like alpha men, bro.
Okay, cool. So
But
you were a juicy baby.
I was a juicy baby. That's the name. My nephews call me Aunt Juicy. Like, it's that serious.
And mom is here today.
Mom is here today.
Shouts out, mom. Hey, mom.
Mom's not paying no attention.
Your daddy was Chinese, huh?
No. Oh my God.
I'm just saying.
No, I know everybody. I try to.
Panamanian.
No, my
Cambodian?
grandfather was Native American. He's Black and Native American, so that's where that comes from.
That's where it comes from.
Yeah, we got a lot going on in the family.
Something going up there.
Yeah,
You know,
the cheekbones.
The ugly
are
money. I
Native
said ugly
American,
ugly money.
you know.
I know you get
Podcast.
tired of people. Hey, what you mix with, bro?
I get tired of arguing with people when I say I'm black.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I get tired of.
Yeah, I remember there was a time
Also
in my
on
life where
TikTok.
people used to try to ask me to have like, what you mix with your eyes, chinky? I'm like, no, the motherfucker just small. So you have a lot of business.
Mm-hmm.
What was
Let's pause there. Let's look at this one. This woman says,
women definitely cannot resist the bad boy. Why? Because he comes
women
in
like
with
bad
confidence,
boys.
all right, he comes in saying things. You could tell he has an air of understanding women to a certain extent. He speaks womenese. That's what I call it. He's familiar with women, and you can tell by his
Like
demeanor
fucking
that
bad
he
boy.
doesn't just. He's not just talking to you. Okay, he's got a roster, and women like men that are desired by other women. I don't care what a woman
That's
says.
big facts.
If a man is desired by other women, he's automatically more attractive. Let's be real. Also, bad boys have the air of being able to protect, like they're going to fight, that they're going to be able to, if something was to go down, they got your back. They're going to be able to make sure that you are safe.
That's facts. That's big facts. I see no lies being told.
The defining moment in your life where you decided that you wanted more out of life and not to be average.
I'm from the hood.
Okay.
So I'm from the hood. Shout out to the 330 up in Ohio. So just being around
Ohio,
being in the hood and just kind of seeing people are expecting you to be a statistic.
Right.
And I'm the baby of the family. So I was really protected by everybody. And I was just always the smart girl.
Right.
So they're like, you got to make it. You got to make it. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted more for myself, but also for my family because.
And what part of Ohio?
Youngstown.
Okay. I know about it.
Down in Ohio.
$2 super chat.
Like Ohio.
OGK Network. Nietzsche does look like the Kool-Aid man. Thank you, OGK Network. I appreciate it. I always thought it was the Pillsbury Doughboy, but I'll take the Kool-Aid man. Fucking
Kool-Aid man is cooler.
I mean, you know, hey, man. You know, yeah. So, okay, Youngstown, Ohio. Mm-hmm. So, were there a lot of opportunities for Black women there?
I don't want to offend anybody, but nothing that I was interested in. Like I wanted to be a doctor. Up there is like everyone is some type of medical doctor or something like that. Okay. But for me, it was really nothing that I wanted to do. And then once I got into forensics, I was like, I can't stay home. I'm too attached to everyone here. I can't go and testify against my people. You know what I mean? So I had to get up out of there.
Okay. So you moved to Atlanta.
I actually moved a lot of places because military. So I
So you did the military thing. Mm-hmm. Well. So you were in what branch?
I was in Army.
You were in the Army? Me too.
Yeah. Reserve. I'm out now.
Okay. Well,
disabled veteran. 100%.
Weekend warriors. Stand up, weekend warriors.
All right, not too much on reserve.
So
okay?
what was your?
I'm gonna say weekend warriors like a bee.
I was actually 25 Bravo, so I was IT specialist. So
okay, yeah.
Then they gonna start hitting that ugly mother button.
I actually had to fight. You know, it's cool.
Hold on.
You fought it with your big ass.
Wait a minute.
Like a real job in there, you know.
Because listen, y'all can't talk without us.
I mean. Yeah,
you don't know who you fighting without.
I actually had to bust my, you know what I'm saying, my gun and stuff like that or whatever. It was a small gun though.
It's okay.
I only had a pistol.
It still pops.
I was a medic.
Okay, we need y'all too.
I was doc.
It's okay. I was a certified, combat. I can get out there and do what I need to do. The combat medic, a little bit,
Cable hooker.
I wasn't a cable dog. Y'all can't shoot, move, or communicate without us, okay? Hey. Not too much on combo.
I ain't got no. Hey, shouts out to IT, all the ITers out there.
Yeah.
They didn't look that good when I was in the Army, though. They didn't look like you. I probably was in a little earlier than you
maybe.
were. I got out in 2010.
Okay, yeah,
I just graduated high school 2010.
You got in and got the hell on.
Well, it wasn't for me anymore. I disabled veteran now. So
you had a problem with authority?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Authority had a problem with me. Not too many people want to listen to a Black woman.
I hear that.
Not too many people want to listen to a Black woman.
Yeah.
Where does that thought mindset come from? Where do you think that comes from?
Well, we're the bottom of the totem pole.
Ooh.
We're a double minority. We're Black and we're women. So it's already, not too many people want to listen to women as it is. But when you're a Black woman, it's just like we're beneath the Black man and beneath the white woman. And
you didn't believe no Black man.
So nobody ever wants to listen to us. But we're also the most educated group. So,
right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's an interesting thought process. I never thought about it like that. Nobody wants to listen to the Black woman.
Yeah. It's you gotta fight, and you gotta you gotta be extra to get your point across, and then that's also a bad thing that she's too loud.
So you think that it is harder for black women to get respect than say black men?
Hell
in
no.
general,
right?
Yeah, but the black women, yes,
to get respect. What about attention?
Black women be doing too much
It
sometimes,
depends on the
bro.
attention.
That's just
what type of
crazy.
attention.
Like if me and you were starting our lives at the same time in the same place, doing the same things, do you think that I would prosper more because of me being a man versus you being a beautiful woman?
Yes.
No.
Please explain.
Women are smarter than
I
men.
say that because a lot of people will kind of knock you down. For instance, I'm like you said, I'm a successful woman, but there's a lot of people who think I'm only a successful woman because I'm pretty. You know what I mean? They think pretty privilege is
that is a such thing as pretty privilege.
It'll get you in the door for sure.
Don't say it.
It will get you in the door for sure. But once you get in there, what you gonna do? You can't just be pretty. Pretty can only take you so far.
That's true.
But as a man, you just got to be a man and you can get in the door.
Right.
You know what I mean? I have to be pretty, or I have to be a certain type of way, or look a certain type of way as a woman to even get into that room. And then once I get in the room, I have to, depending
you gotta
on
know something, being a black man
or
too,
whatever it is. Then you have to really, show you deserve to be in this room. But I have to work 10 times as hard as you to get that attention.
Have you ever been on a boat before?
Yes, I
have. A yacht. Like in Miami.
I mean, it wasn't a yacht, but I was on a boat.
You was on a boat before?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you ever been you ever been on a private jet?
Does the military count?
Yeah, no.
No, I have not been.
What about have you ever been in a VIP section at a club?
Yes.
Have you ever there are bottles that came to the club? Have you ever been in a VIP section in the club where you didn't have to pay for the bottles that came to the club and you didn't have to pay for the VIP section?
Yes.
I haven't.
Again, that's why I say it depends on what it is.
That's not what you said.
And I say that to say that I've never been in a room that I didn't have to provide a substantial amount of value.
My point exactly.
Be able to be allowed into that room.
My point exactly.
A lot of rooms,
because you're main not going to get in a room.
Go and get value to bring something back to be allowed to come into the room. Women just get in the room because of how they look. So by the time I got to that room, you had probably already been there 3-4 years.
My point exactly.
And I had probably like 10 years.
Right.
But and
you had to bust ass. So while you was validated to be in that room,
that you've been on a yacht. And I have never been on a yacht unless it was my yacht.
Right. Yeah.
Or I was so vital to whoever had the yacht that they allowed me to come on the yacht. There. Whereas women just seem to get dressed and say, I'll come on the yacht. Right. But no man is going to say, hey, bro, you look like a cool dude. Come on the yacht.
My point exactly.
But back to what you said. You said, I might have been in that room for 10 years, possibly.
Right.
But that's the problem. We get into that room for 10 years and we're still unnoticed. We're just the pretty girl that's in the room. You know what I mean? So that's the hard part.
But if you're in a room for 10 years and you don't make your mark in that room in 10 years and
that's your problem.
10 weeks, what's that say about you?
You're not doing your job.
That's what I'm saying to you, though. It's not. So let me give you an example. Me being in the military, I didn't get promoted, right? But I was doing the work of an 04 and an E7 as an E4.
Okay.
All right. When I got an award, they didn't give me my award. They took it from me and gave it to those men because it looked better for a man to receive such a high award than me as not just a lower enlisted individual, because there were other people that were in my rank that got high awards, but they were also men. And I was told by men that a man in charge said not to give these awards to us because it doesn't look good because I'm a lower enlisted woman. So
that ugly moment. Yeah, I think that you speak of instances that are not as common. I mean, there are more girls that get in free to clubs than
for sure
women that get slighted for awards.
For sure. Now, I'm not saying every instance is just much easier, but I am saying Pretty privilege only take you so far.
But yeah, no, it only takes you so far. But majority of the time, the doors of life are going to open for you quicker than they are for me.
Yeah.
That's facts.
I agree. I agree to that.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. Mom, we agreeing. We over here agreeing.
Because let's be real.
With people when they send, go ahead.
You're still a black man,
right?
You know,
still got it hard.
Big black man.
Exactly. Yep. So yes, absolutely, I agree with that.
And so I think sometimes women. Not that we all, as black people in general, we all have gone through various traumas and issues and things of that nature. Mm-hmm. But here nor there, I don't think, and from my vantage point, I do not think that black women just understand what the plight of being a black man is. Because if they really understood it, I don't think they would think that their situation is easier, because at the end of the day,
we both got it hard. Goddamn!
All you have to do is pick right. 90% of check me out. 90%. You can correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay, I'm listening.
90% of the problems in your life will be solved if you are able to choose the right man. Now there's 10% of problems that he can't fix, like if you and your daddy had a bad relationship, he can't go back in time.
Right.
But 90% of the issues of your life will be solved by choosing the right man. As for me, I have to become the right man. What's easier, choosing eeny, meeny, miny, mo, or becoming?
But we have to get chose, though. We ain't really choosing.
Women choose men. Men don't choose women.
Facts.
Men choose wives.
Women choose. We talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we choose.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm talking about.
But what I'm saying is, all you have to do is pick the right guy, and 90% of your problems are over. You literally, if you right now, if you wanted to, you could find a guy today, and within 30 days. He would have your bills paid. He would move you into his house. He would give you a car to drive. He would give you food to eat. If you have children, he'll probably be a father figure to your children. Within 30 days, all of your financial problems are over. Just because you picked the right man. I have to become that man
for to get picked. You chose.
But
that took me 20 years. That took you 20 minutes walking out the gas station.
No, not the gas station. But you don't think finding the right woman, because a lot of times a successful guy has an amazing woman behind him. So you don't think finding the right woman will actually help you with a lot of that too?
No, for sure. No, I definitely never downplay the fact that a good woman will multiply a man.
That's
if
facts.
I'm at 1.2, if the fact that I have you as a great woman in my life or whatever, as a good woman, you should make sure that I'm at 3 million by the end of the year. But in order to be seen by a woman like you
gotta have
to be at 1.5, so I'm already successful. That car outside already has to be outside. They already got to be looking like something.
Looking like so. You got to be looking like something.
Got to be on. The building already got to be built.
That's
because
facts.
while I was building it and I was riding the bus or whatever, you didn't see me. So a man has to reach a certain level of success for a woman of beauty and stature to even consider him. And then, as a good woman, she will multiply him to the next level. But I don't think women don't build with men anymore. I think they just move in.
Oh, I'm not one of those women. No, because I feel like we value things a lot more when we've worked for it versus, just having things handed to us. So I'm just not that person because I grind to get everything I have.
Yeah, you grind to get everything that you have, but would you be with a man that didn't have anything?
Absolutely. If you have ambition.
So you've been
that's
with a man
rare.
That's been broke. That was broke.
We both was broke.
So you dated a broke man?
Yes, I have.
Congratulations.
Listen, you gotta have ambition, okay? You gotta have a plan. I don't care where you at or what you're doing. Do you have a plan? Do you have goals? Do you have drive?
Right. With this ambitious broke guy that you dated,
why you gotta say
I mean, it's
okay.
We call this ambitious broke guy. I mean, why didn't it work?
Because we didn't want the same things.
I thought he was ambitious broke guy.
He was but ambitious. I wanted to go to college, and you wanted me to stop what I was doing to just follow you.
Pursue the business? Pursue his business?
there was ideas and he wasn't showing any progress. For me, again, if you're not having a plan, you can say all these things, right? I want to do this, I want to do that, but you don't have a plan and we're not working towards it. What are we doing? You know? And one thing I'm not ever going to do is I'm not going to slow myself down or stop what I want to do to do that. Now, I will always help my man, right? But my man at that time didn't want me to be the woman that I am.
Yeah, it sounds like you just got tired of being broke.
No, it wasn't that. It's just
if you're saying that his plan was not in motion, or his plan, he didn't have a plan, it sounds like his plan wasn't working quick enough and you were uncomfortable.
Basically.
He was too comfortable with sitting on the couch and not actually going out.
But you said he was an ambitious broke guy for you to date him, right?
When I met him, he was ambitious, okay? But then when we got there, I realized it was all talk.
Oh, he changed.
Yeah, it wasn't. It sounds good.
And see that,
you know?
And that,
it sounds good. And then I was more ambitious than he was. Yeah, he had dreams that he wanted to do things,
you gotta put that action
he was
behind
okay with none of those dreams happening within the next 5 years. I wasn't.
And with that, do you see where that's where I was saying about women choosing right?
Yeah, no, I agree with that for sure. Absolutely.
All you had to do was choose right.
Absolutely. I agree with that. But
because a man that really has ambition is going to be showing the ambition.
Real ambition.
It's not a situation. Yeah, now a person, you're going to actually be seeing him working his purpose. Like a person could know me 10 years from 10 years ago, and they knew that I was going to do something.
Right.
Because I was actively going and pursuing
doing it
after my purpose. I was always doing something. And if you met me 15 years before then, I'm telling my age, but 10 years before then, you could still see at 22, at 32, like he going for something.
Right.
You know, it was active. Now, given it took a while for it to formulate and
be
extremely profitable, but you could always tell that, like, yo, he is going after it. And a lot of that is just, women just choosing.
It can be. It very much can be, right? But like with the people that I've dated, my thing is like, I can't want it more than you. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And it got too comfortable, and it was just more of like, let's sit on the couch and complain about how my last plan didn't work. Okay, we could do that, but then let's get up and make another plan. And it was just like, oh, you always pushing me to do something. All right, well, I'm out. It's like,
you can't knock him for that.
I can't do that. It was a lot of talk, and he was very ambitious. And then it was just like, once one plan fails, you're done. And I'm not that person.
So did the guy ever make the dream happen?
As far as I know, no.
Oh, man.
I don't really talk to too many people in the past, but no, as far as I know, and that's okay, but I knew I didn't want to stay home. I knew I didn't want to be, in a certain tax bracket. I knew that I wanted to do all these things. And from what we discussed and, how we were moving in the beginning, neither did he, but it wasn't it. And then I realized once my plans were in motion and I was actually succeeding a lot more because, I was in college and all that.
Right.
And they weren't. Energy shift. And I was just like, what's the problem? Let's go. Let's keep going. But it was like an energy shift. And then when my bank account had a couple commas.
Yeah, I think the energy.
I'm trying to get in my motherfucking bank account a couple commas, goddamn.
At the end of the day, a man's place is supposed to be at the head of the household.
Touche.
And if it seems and appears like a woman is leading a man at the head of the household, it may be a little uncomfortable for him.
I get that. So why are we still sitting on the couch though?
I mean,
that was my issue.
I understand that, and I've heard a lot of women say that, but a lot of times a woman's idea of a man sitting on the couch, he may be just getting his mind right and coming up with the plan. I mean, there's been when I built this studio, I'm actually about to move to a 50,000 square foot location.
I saw that. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. But when I built this studio, I was sitting on the couch. And I was formulating all the rooms in here. I got a Nipsey room, a blue room. I got a Louis Vuitton room. I got a yellow room. I had to. It took me a while, like a couple of weeks, to like really formulate what I was going to do. And then when I had a plan in motion, I went to plan and I built it. Do you think that men deserve grace?
Absolutely.
Everybody deserves grace. Everybody deserves grace.
He didn't.
As far as I know, he might still be on the couch.
I can't argue with him. Hey, I've always said it. I've always said I am not a broke nigga advocate. I am a real nigga advocate. I will fight for real men all day long. But broke niggas that don't want to do nothing, that don't want to get about their ass and be, I can't fuck with y'all. I don't like to be around y'all niggas either. I'm talking about the guys that be in your DM asking for shit for free. Y'all niggas, I'm cool on y'all.
You know what it was though? It wasn't even that, because I get it. You know, people have, like you said, I have a lot of extra things because, you know, pretty privilege does get you in the door.
It does.
I think the issue that I really was like, I'm good, is when you wanted me to stop, when my things were in motion, you wanted me to quit everything and just follow you. Where are we going?
Where we going?
Like,
you got to be leading there somewhere.
Anything, that's because I have a plan in motion, and I think that.
But there was
like for instance,
plan.
For instance, like if you are doing one of your businesses, and I'm your man, and I want, and it's taking too much of your time, right? Say you're working 50 hours a week at the salon, and I don't want you to work there anymore. I'm just going to buy you your own salon. Then you have no reason not to come up under my leadership. I don't think a man should ask a woman to stop something that's making her money unless he has an alternative for it.
Facts.
I believe in that. See,
I agree with that.
That's where
yeah, but the moment that I present that, it should not be a second that I have to wait for you to bring your.
But nothing was ever presented. It was just quit, and I'm like, quit. What? And then it was very offended when I'm like, well, if I quit, I still got bills. Are you able to pay? Because we didn't live together.
Right.
Are you able to pay these bills? And it was like immediate argument, offended, all that. You want me to quit, but I have bills. Like, I still have to eat. Are you going to be able to take care of that?
So what did he want you, if you don't mind talking about it?
School.
Oh, he wanted you to quit college.
School, army, all of it.
How you can't quit the army, nigga?
Like,
go to jail for this shit.
And it was just like, why though? And I'm just like, okay, I got a year left of both.
Right.
Why not thug it out with him?
Had I quit, I wouldn't be a forensic scientist today. That's all I've ever wanted.
Well,
so she did the right thing.
Thank you.
Able to see the fact that wasn't the right one.
Yeah, it just.
And moving forward.
Like I said, energy shift. Once I started, you know, things was going well for me and all that. It was a real big energy shift. And
so as a professional woman, do you find it hard for you to submit to a man, seeing the fact that you can make your own money?
Hell yeah.
I don't think so. I've been told, but I don't think so. I don't think so, because, like, here's my thing. You have to show me, because there's a lot of people that come up with something. You have to show me. Like, I have been driving since I was 13. Okay. I've had my license since I was 18. If you get your dream car, never had an accident, no nothing like that, would you let me drive it?
Hell no.
Or do I have to prove to you that I can drive?
Yeah, fuck. How long you been driving?
Right? But you know I have a license and I've been driving for years. Would you let me drive your dream car without even showing you know how to drive?
Hell no.
A lot of people would say absolutely not, right? You got to prove it to me.
I'm about to answer you.
Pretty privilege, I heard you. But a lot of people would feel like they had to. I had to show them I can drive first. Nah, I'm good.
You sure?
I'm positive.
It's nice.
I'm sure.
It's outside.
We'll see when we go outside. But that's how I feel. It's just like I listen. That's why I didn't want to do this independent woman thing. Okay, I'm independent because I have to be. I don't want to be. Okay.
A lot of women want to be independent and feel like they don't need a fucking man.
The man that you the man that you pick right. When you pick right, and you don't. But see, and that's the thing. Women, you have tons.
But I have to find the right one. There's a lot of men I gotta fish through right now to find the right one. And that's I say that as like humbly as possible.
I respect that. I don't think it's the fact that you have a lot of men to fish through. You got a lot of dick to fish through, and there's a few men there.
Exactly.
And a lot of the times, the men that you need, you don't want those guys because you're so. Not meaning you. I'm talking about women. Women have a lot of dicks that they have to fish through.
Right.
And then there's a couple of men that actually want to stand on business and be with them, but they ignore those guys because they may not be tall enough, or they may not be handsome enough, or they may not be rich enough, or they may not be whatever physical shallow mindset that women have as far as picking their mate. And so they end up with the guy that they don't need. They end up with the dick.
Right.
And then they get mad because he's a dick.
Right.
But you knew he was a dick in the first place when all you had to do was go on that message request and Mr. Clarence has been trying to get at you since.
That nigga said Mr. Clarence like a bitch.
And you know that he will give you the world,
everything you need, but you don't want to give that
his
man.
best to get it for you, but you ignore that man. And I think all women know the guy that's right there that they know they need.
They don't want that man.
They don't want that man. They want to chase after the dickheads. And so you know what happens with Mr. Clarence after he gets ignored by a beautiful woman like you? He becomes the dickhead.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, this is what I need to do. I'm going to get in the gym. I'm going to become better. I'm going to get money. I'm going to get respect. I'm going to be a better version of myself.
Right.
And then I'm going to become the dickhead. And then the tables turn. And
then you want that man.
Right.
But guess what?
He don't want your ass.
Clarence is lit now.
He owns
Mr. Clarence. Hello.
Yes, I
This
just
shit
had a
is
conversation with a
fucking
young lady, and I was trying to
simple
explain
and
that
easy,
to her.
bro.
And I absolutely agree.
There's a man. I guarantee you, there's a man in your DM right now.
They don't want that man.
Take on you today.
I'm sure. But
And
again,
you don't give him no play.
again, you got to fish through.
See what I'm saying? No, you got to fish through the dicks.
Exactly. Now I've given guys chances. Okay,
You
I've
giving the
given
dicks chances.
I've
ma'am.
given all
Not that
types
square.
of guys
I don't know about that.
chances. I'm about to tell you, I've
Listen.
given all types of guy chances. Okay, the one that's hustling, the one that got a business, the
Right.
one that's very quiet, and what they all. I mean, I don't know. The ball
Excuse
must be
me.
heavy because they keep dropping it. Like literally, I've pulled up on people and they weren't there. I'm asking for you. You won't text back.
Damn.
I
you
go
like,
there.
You
You
like the guys with hoes.
who me?
Yeah, you're attracted to men with hoes.
Again, these is all different types of men.
Men.
All
You
types
gotta
of
figure it out.
all types of successful men.
Not
that are,
all of them
hold
were
on,
successful
check
though.
me out. Check me out. All types of men that are already financially stable and they're already built. Yeah, those guys. We have hoes. We have options. Because guess
That's
what?
what I'm-
Hold on, check me out. Because we were Mr. Clarence years ago,
I'm sure.
and you ignored
No,
us.
yeah,
And so we had to become
the dickhead.
the caterpillar had to become the butterfly.
Now I didn't ignore
And now guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna go from
I didn't
flower
ignore you,
to
sir.
flower, not meaning you. I'm talking
I
about
know.
women that look like you. Flower to flower to flower, because guess what? We became a butterfly, but you didn't want us as a
Mhm.
caterpillar.
Cocoon.
Right.
Go find you a caterpillar, man. They're
Again,
there.
we gotta
You know the
fish
difference
through.
between caterpillars and butterflies,
We
okay?
fishing
The
out
dicks are butterflies. The real men are caterpillars.
I hear you.
Help find that man. Help him get in his cocoon, and then that's gonna be your butterfly.
That ain't happening 9
I hear
times out
you.
of 10,
But
though.
listen.
It's not that hard. I promise you.
Women is not finna waste their
It's
time.
much harder, because
that butterfly looks better
no.
than the caterpillar
No,
at
no.
this particular point in time.
Listen. I'm. We gonna say I'm a 1%er because
okay.
I have dated everything. I'm 5'5.5". I've dated everything from 5'6" to 6'6".
Yeah,
Okay.
one of the guys asked you to stand up, but he ain't send it with a super chat, so we ain't gonna ignore it.
Stand up.
He
We're
didn't
not
send it-
doing that.
He ain't send he ain't send it with a super chat. Don't worry about it.
Don't even listen.
Yeah, let's go.
But I've dated
Hey, Kyle,
everything
look,
from
girl.
5'6" to 6'6". Okay, I do like taller guys, but I've always find myself in longer relationships with shorter guys. Okay,
Right.
I've dated, and I don't want to say broke. You know what I'm saying? I dated guys that were up and coming with their finances. I've dated guys that were a little more successful. I've dated guys with kids. I've dated guys without. I dated guys with a couple of
Kyra!
mamas. It's always the same thing, and you might be absolutely
What
right
is the
because
same
of these
thing?
other.
What is
these
the
other-
same thing that excludes all these men from marriage?
that they were just dicks.
Yeah, they're okay.
Like, but you
okay, so
gotta
we
fish
agree.
through it, okay?
No, you don't. You just gotta go get
No,
the
listen.
caterpillar, ma'am.
Listen, this is why though.
You
They don't
disagree
wanna-
with me. You said they
They don't
dicks.
want to get
Okay, what
the
I'm saying is
caterpillar.
stop
They want the
dating
man that's
dicks and go
already
date-
up,
There's
bro.
dicks with
Women
money.
want
There's
the man
dicks
that's
with
already
broke. There's
up.
dicks with babies. There's dicks with no babies. They're still dicks.
So
Leave the
how do I find it? Let me get your. How do I find the guy that's not? What are the traits and characteristics?
Not a problem. I got you.
Okay, we wait.
Women, if you would like to find a man that will protect and provide for you and only you, that monogamous man that all of you women seek, what you have to do is find a man that's actively moving in his purpose. You cannot find a man that's already built. When in fact, the moment that he builds it himself, you are going to abide by his programming. But if you are there from the beginning stages to help him cultivate what his program is, then you have your input. Be with him while he's shooting in the gym. Because if you show up to the game after the arena has
You
already
ain't
been
getting
assembled,
nothing.
you're going to sit where he wants you to sit.
Sit.
And that's what's going to be that. So I think that that's important for women to understand is find a man that is fully invested in pursuing his purpose and going after it. And he may not come the size you want. He may not come the height you want. He may not even.
But he gonna come, goddamn.
Because some of y'all be liking light skins, or dark skins, or brown skins. As long as he got
red-headed,
as long as he got some smell. But he may not come in the form that you want him to come in. But that man will be the man that you need in your life. That man is somebody that you can be with for years and years to come. And a lot of the times we pick wrong because we're looking at the wrong things. And men do it too. Yeah. Men will look at your outward appearance and say, oh, I will marry her, not even knowing she might be toxic as hell. She totally might be outside.
She over toxic.
She might be on some whole bullshit. But I'm just looking at the fact, oh, God, no, she fine. Yeah, and they be ugly as hell on the inside. So women.
Men go off appearances, though.
Find out if you're dating a caterpillar or a butterfly, because by the time that caterpillar turns into a butterfly, he gonna fly away. But if you had him as a caterpillar and help him cocoon himself to blossom to be a butterfly, you can have him in your house and he ain't going nowhere. Take game, baby. That was my answer to your question.
I appreciate that answer, and I thought the same thing, right? So I had the guy, right? We're just, I'm not going to say what it was, but he was very talented. We just going to say sports, okay?
Okay.
Very talented.
Yeah,
I know he was very talented. Right. And I motivated him and I pushed him and helped mold him into this player, motivated him to get to the team. He made the team. And you know what happened? What? When you make the team, you get hoes, and now you're getting a different caliber of woman. You're getting attention from women you never got attention from. So he decided to choose the hoes and not me.
Well. See,
I was with him shooting in the gym.
You were with him shooting in the gym. Okay, I like that rebuttal. Mm-hmm. A lot of the times women can be as narcissistic as the men that they call narcissists, because a lot of times women have an inflated sense of self-worth. Mm-hmm. Meaning if you weren't they think that they put this man in position when he was already in position. If I am top 10% in my class, I'm already going to the league. The fact that you came along for the ride doesn't mean that you were shooting with me in the gym. What I mean by these situations when it comes to that is the fact that a good woman is going to be there through the bad times. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? Like there's a podcast I'm a real big fan of. His name's Charlemagne. Mm-hmm. And him and his wife have been married for like 20 or 30 years. And he says, me and my wife don't have a prenup. And he was like, and they was like, well, why don't you protect yourself? And he was like, how could I? She drove me to my first job interview.
Damn.
Right.
She drove me because I didn't have a car.
Yeah.
That woman was shooting in the gym with him. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if after he's already, about to be, if he's already the biggest radio personality in his area and he's about to catch a job, then you get with him. That's not, he's already built. You're just catching a man at his earlier stages when he's already built. No, be in the mud with that man so you can plant that seed.
Most women are not going to do that.
Women just be along for the ride of a nigga that's already going. Yeah. And then they expect that level of loyalty. No, drive that nigga to the interview.
I feel you.
Drive him to practice.
That wasn't a case.
If you didn't drive that man to practice because he didn't have a car,
I feel you.
Then he was already, if he already had a Benz, baby, you didn't build shit.
I feel you. That wasn't the case. He's never played sports a day in his life. We just happened to be outside messing around. And I'm like, you're kind of talented. You ever thought about this? No. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you should. And then I got more people that actually played on the team to come around and go play. Let's go do a pickup game. Let's just see if you get picked. He did. He got picked. He did good. Natural talent.
Right.
I'm a person, no matter if I'm dating you, no matter if we're just cool, like I like to, if I see talent,
well, she just butted him again because
push you, right? That's the type of person
she was with him in the gym.
Woman or girlfriend. That's just the type of person I am, right? So I did that, and he was like, "Nah." And I'm like, "You should try. You should try the team. Like, really, really try." He did. He made the team. I was there. Practice. I was there when he broke his arm. I'm the one that was. Nobody even noticed him on the sideline holding his arm. I went on the field. What's wrong? You know what I'm saying? I was there. But then when you start to get attention from people you never got attention from before,
Oh, that's a bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, that is.
I'm with you. You're right.
But I thought that was my caterpillar. You know, I was trying to put him in a cocoon, and he got his wings and flew the hell away.
Well, you have to understand, like,
that cold-blooded right there.
When that caterpillar you might think that caterpillar is going to turn into a butterfly. That should turn into a moth. Yeah, okay, we on the same page. You never know what's going to come. How about that cocoon?
Right.
Unless you do your research on what kind of caterpillar this is. Like, what is a furry caterpillar versus the hairy caterpillar?
Right.
You know what I mean? So you got to be, careful with that. No, I definitely, I agree with you on that.
But that's what happens.
There are a few cases of that. I think that's few.
Men and women, y'all don't come for me in the comments. It's men and women like that, okay? But you really gotta, and then that's why
it's
a lot
hard
of people
to
ask me, like,
decipher
what do you
through
look for in a
them.
man?
You never know how somebody
gonna
change up on you.
Because too many times y'all have come to me as the man that I described, and that's not who you were.
Right.
You know, and you don't find out until it's too late, and you're like, damn, now I'm hurt again. So I just, it's hard to figure it out. And then I feel like the more successful I become as a woman, the harder it is to weed them out.
Yeah. So let's talk about that.
Hard to weed them out because you don't know.
A lot of professional women. I've interviewed doctors, lawyers. I mean, you name it, millionaires, everything on this show. A lot of the consensus that I get from professional women, and not all of them say it right out, is they kind of give the feeling or the energy that they don't need a man.
No, I do. If if you're out there, I for sure do need a man. I don't want to be single. However, I'm also not going to settle or slow down. You know, a lot of times what I've come into contact with.
Define settling.
Giving up what I'm enjoying doing and what I love because you want me to follow you around.
If a man is supposed to be the head of the household, should you follow him?
Especially if he's leading you in the right direction.
Not like literally like that. I just mean like if I can't have my own thing, like I absolutely love being a forensic scientist. I'm not gonna quit.
Can't knock that. You can't knock that.
I don't see why I can.
Some men will have a problem with that.
A lot of men have a problem with that.
Yes,
that are coming to me.
Especially the men that are the type of men that protect and provide at a high level. You're going to get with their program. It's not a situation where your program is your programming. Given they will keep in mind what you want to do or what you would like to do. But in my life, where I'm going and where I'm heading, my program's working. So given we salute the fact that, hey, she's a forensic scientist and she makes $90,000 a year, but I'm going to make $9 million on this deal. You're coming over here and we're going to work on this business. That's just my opinion of how a man should step. So I think, and that's the thing that's kind of the juggle, the juggle.
Now you really don't sound bad, goddamn.
A man is not going to. I'm not coming second to nothing.
Oh, you're not gonna come second.
Yeah, I'm coming second to forensic science.
No. You're not gonna come second.
That's coming second.
No,
how was a man not coming second to forensic science if you're saying I'm not gonna quit?
But why do I have to quit what I'm doing if you're not? You know what I mean? Like, why can't we both have our thing? So. Then no.
Then I'm coming second.
No, it's not. Yeah, that's a no for me.
Then you should have the same type of energy when you say, I'm not going to break up with this man. I'm not going to leave. You see how you say, I'm not going to quit this job.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
A lot of times women have more loyalty and more respect for their job and their bosses than they actually have for the man at home. And quite frankly, it's despicable to us because it's like, I would put my life on the line for you. I would literally die for you. If somebody was to walk in this door, I would lay my life on the line and you would respect your job that wants to put you in a hamster wheel of a job that wants you to work 40 hours a week for 40 years for roughly $40,000 so they can retire broke. And this man at home is willing to provide the same thing that job can provide, and you're not going to quit that job, but you'll quit this relationship. Do you see where that
I absolutely feel you.
And that's something that
crazy
real men are not cool with doing.
All right, I get you with that scenario. And however, I don't.
The only reason why your finance ain't married.
No, you know why?
That's the only reason. reason.
You know why?
Because of him, and I'm not meaning to cut you off, but you have to understand the difference between a him and a them. I understand that in your life you've had them niggas. But when a him walks in, you should be able to tell the difference between him and them. Him is going to protect. Him is going to provide. Him is going to have a structure. Him is going to have a plan and a purpose in motion. When the moment that you see a him, you need to conform, get in line, and ride with that man wherever the hell he's going, because he's going somewhere great. And he's not going to stop and wait for you to figure out if you want to hold on to this job.
Fuck that's big thing right there.
We got businesses to open up, and we can't pass that job down to our children.
Our daughter
is not going to be able to say, "Oh, I just picked up Mom's forensic science degree and I'm about to do it."
Hey, that's fast as fuck.
If that's the case, then daddy and mama need to figure out how mom can have her own forensic science business.
There you go.
So our college dropout son can run that motherfucking own. Difference of mentality, but that's where it comes to be getting in with the man's programming and the man. A difference between him and the them. I'm not saying, baby girl, stop what you got going on for them niggas.
I feel you.
But when a man comes as a him, you might want to get in that car and take that ride with him.
But that was gonna be my next thing. Like, if you see that forensics is my passion, right? And you're that man that could do that, why not
over her business
the job, because we're gonna start your practice?
Because sex is my passion, and you want me to stop it when I get with you.
I want you to stop that.
You want me to stop?
You get married,
having sex with women,
with other women?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Just stop, goddamn.
The same way you want me to stop my passion.
Absolutely.
If
that's your passion.
Hold on, man. Hold on. The same way I respect your passion, I want you to respect mine too.
I will.
Okay, so if you want me to stop my passion, I need you to keep the same energy and stop yours when it's time. No, there's nothing wrong with it. I respect your passion.
I respect your
respect mine.
Friend.
I'm willing to put my passion to the side.
Okay.
Put yours to the side.
Okay, but it's not
equally yoked, right? Oh, it's not. It's
it's not equally yoked.
Can't make this shit.
No. I'm saying that's not equally yoked. That's crazy.
Oh, so you can your passion is okay, but mine isn't.
If that is your passion, truly your passion, then we're not compatible.
How are we not?
I'm not. That's not okay.
I'm a him.
That's okay.
I just happen to make content.
Okay.
I wear a poop.
But you don't have to say yes to everybody that can, do that for you either. You have multiple soulmates in this world. I'm gonna just find the one who does not have a passion for having sex with other women.
I think your ideal of viable soulmates is a little off. I don't think.
Oh yeah.
I don't think there's a lot. There's not a lot out here.
A lot of soulmates?
There's not a lot of good
You have
people.
more than one soulmate.
There's not.
No.
Listen, soulmate is not just romantically.
If it's a soulmate, my soulmate gonna be with some romance.
That's fine, but that soulmate is just your souls are basically, you get along in a sense, but that's your soulmate. Your parent can be your soulmate. That just means you guys found each other in another life. It doesn't always have to be romantic. That's where we learn this, and we hear soulmate, and because we say this person, my partner, is my soulmate. But when you have a soulmate, now your twin flame is typically, that other one, but your soulmate, you can have multiple soulmates in your lifetime. I ain't saying you're going to have 38 of them, okay? It might only be 2 to 3, but you can have multiple soulmates. It's not always
I can get one
romantic.
soulmate.
So I'm going to find the other one, because my soulmate ain't going to have a passion for having sex with other women.
That ugly money. I let you cook.
I heard the music. I was getting the wrapped up music too. Listen, I studied this before I came over here. You wasn't about to start muting me and cutting me off.
I have not muted you today.
And throwing the cap and all of that.
I have not muted you today. I have not pushed the button today. I have let her.
It's okay. Don't change nothing for me. I'm rocking with it.
See, I let her interrupt me while I'm talking. I let her interject. I've let her control the conversation because I'm a man of my word. I really have appreciated it. I've enjoyed this. This was a calm discussion.
Yeah, it was.
I appreciate it. And I pray that because you've opened my eyes to butterflies and caterpillars. And I hope that you have opened your eyes to hims and thems.
Absolutely.
And maybe we can meet in the middle and say right there, and we can just this is a good stopping
It's gonna be another episode.
No, for sure. For sure. When I drop this,
but no, I definitely I appreciate it. And
I appreciate you.
this was fun for sure. I appreciate y'all. He changed a lot of stuff for me and respect for me. So I appreciate that. Definitely taking all the words. Of course, I always love to have, the back and forth. I ain't really want to debate today. I hate the narrative of black women are always against black men and vice versa.
Yeah,
and all of that.
Quit your job.
I love black men.
That nigga said just quit your job.
Yeah, quit your job.
I love black men. Okay, it's like black men.
Just not enough to quit your job.
It's black men and then it's forensics. I worked really hard to get here.
I respect that.
You respect that you can't make a quit.
Please let them know where to follow you at, everything you got going on, all the things you can look forward to.
You guys can follow me everywhere. Well, we're going to say Instagram and TikTok at That's So Juicy. I got a lot going on, y'all. It's a lot going on.
No shit.
But I know I hate running it down. I feel like it's just
that's what this show is for.
I do have actually, Mom, can you get the bag out my purse? I did bring something for you. I do have
I got gifts.
You got gifts. It's not my first rodeo, but I do have multiple businesses right now. My main business is my skincare business. So when I deployed, I had terrible skin when I came back. I never had bad skin. So here is some of the items from my skincare line that
LikeMeSkincare.com, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. So I put our number one scrub, our number one item in there. That's the brown sugar honey scrub.
Brown sugar, baby.
It's also it's a body butter there. So this is actually my 5-year anniversary was in July. So that is actually a fragrance I created. So you can't get it anywhere else. It's called You because it was dedicated to my, my customers and my supporters because I wouldn't have made it to 5 years without you. So it's actually a unisex.
It smells like clean ass cocoa butter with a little smidge of that expensive laundry detergent. You know what I'm saying? When your clothes smell good and
walking all over that does anything you say you want him to do is not a nice man. He's a weak man. Okay, and that's the difference.
But he's both.
Be very
two
clear.
Things can be the same at the same time.
Yeah, but I still.
But this is why I wanted to say a lot of men don't know, and y'all can, before we get into the crux of it, and y'all can come in and fill in these gaps because y'all are women. A lot of men don't even know they are a nice guy
or a simp.
They don't know, right? They like, how do you know if you're a nice guy? Well,
your actions.
Let's get into it. So,
I love that setup.
One way to know that you're a nice guy is you have to beg to reciprocate.
Ooh.
Begging a woman to reciprocate and keep complaining won't make her step it up. That just proves that you're a nice guy and she can walk all over you. So if that,
but is that not a weak man versus
they sometimes they go hand in hand.
Okay.
So this is, and we'll let you get into that. You put it in, but let's let them know what a nice guy is. Again, if you got to beg a nice guy has to beg a woman to reciprocate.
Okay.
If
do no
she
begging,
hits you
baby.
up last minute out of the blue to go out,
then you comply.
10 times out of 10 you're paying because you're a nice guy.
Like
out of the blue. She can hit you up out of the blue because she know, regardless of what you have planned, that you would jump at an opportunity to marvel all over her and fund the whole activities. If she really likes you like that, bro, she ain't gonna hit you up out of the blue. She's trying to plan your date ahead of time. But if she can hit you up at the drop of a dime and coerce you into taking her out, it's because she know you are a nice guy. If she hits you up to do any kind of manual labor, move my couch, mount my TV, build this furniture, that's because you're a nice guy. They have TaskRabbit for that, baby. And the man she really likes, she's never going to be like, can you build this for me? Can you do that for me?
Well, no.
Wait, let me finish. No, y'all don't say that. Y'all would insinuate I just bought this. Woo. I just got this. Blah, 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 blah.
Babe, can you put this together for me, please?
That's how you say it?
Yeah.
And he won't do it.
No, he will.
Maybe he won't.
No, he did.
Maybe. I'm not doing it.
Okay, so let me say
because I'm not a nice guy.
So what do you do instead?
Huh?
What do you do instead? Do you hire? Now, I dated a guy who didn't like putting stuff together, so he hired a guy for me.
I used to put everything together in my house, but now I hire. But I typically say no all the time.
Why?
Because I'm not a nice guy.
What if you're dating the girl?
I'm married, and I'm still not a nice guy. My wife been with me 19 years. I'm not a nice guy. I'm not nice. I'm confident. I'm not nice. I'm a plum. I'm not nice. I'm consistent. I'm not nice. I'm good in bed. I'm not nice. I'm kind. I'm kind.
Wait, I need help.
Okay, let me say something because I want to say something to you, and then I want to say more. So number one, like because I think that my idea of what I'm saying is nice guys. I'm saying like a good guy, right? Like in my opinion, there can be a good man that comes around and that provides emotional stability, that is there for you, that wants to be that person in your life that's actually like consistent. And a lot of women are addicted to chaos, and a lot of women are addicted to the whirlwind romance and the back and forth, and they confuse that very good loving with being boring. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you like the idea of having emotional stability and a good guy in your life, but when he comes around, you feel like it's boring and it's not enough because you're so used to having chaos, because you're so used to the emotional instability of a man who doesn't really want you.
Damn.
And that's more say of what I'm thinking when I think of a nice and good guy. But I think with Six, you're talking about like, okay,
you confuse the nice guy as the guy that you got in your friend zone.
Okay.
That's that. So y'all, the ladies out there that's confused.
Yeah.
If he's in your friend zone, it's because he's not a bad person, but you don't necessarily like him, but he's nice to you. He will take you out to eat. He will be at your beck and call. And he's going to do it because, again, he's looking for a chance to marvel over you and get some time with you. But you know you don't rock with him like that. You know you don't rock with him like that, but you keep him around because he's a nice guy.
But you know what else?
I ended up with a guy like that.
But you know what else?
Where he at now?
Well, you know what else happens to women, though? This is a perfect example. Women will settle with a nice guy because they feel like it's what they're supposed to do. Listen, women will do it because they feel like, I'm supposed to do this. I know people like this. I'm supposed to be with this guy because he's nice. He does all of this.
Yeah, they do
so
that.
I will be with him. Listen, I will be with this nice guy because he does all of this. He shows up for me, and this is what I'm supposed to do. So let me settle with this guy. And then they will walk all over that man. They will emasculate that man, and they will be disgusted by the sight of that man while they're in that relationship.
Which is crazy.
Because women don't like nice guys. And let me tell you, when typically, women diss the nice guy.
Yeah.
He's not cool enough.
The nice guy shit don't play out for you.
Poor
He's
guy.
not swag enough.
But isn't that
Wait,
messed
listen.
up?
He's
It
not
is so
swag
messed
enough.
up.
Yeah, you want to know when women typically go for the nice guy after their third baby, later in life, when they value
that's facts.
what he has to offer.
That's
But
facts.
now you got 3 kids. Now you washed up. Everybody done been up in them sugar walls. Now you want a nice guy. Now you want a guy that has. But see, you did not value those intangibles.
But you're not a nice guy, you're saying.
I'm not a nice guy. I'm never. My wife would tell you I'm not a nice guy.
I will tell you you're not.
Now I'm still confused
Look,
because
I will tell
you're
you
with someone, and wouldn't you be a nice guy to the one you're with? Like now I'm confused because he's a
You
friend.
didn't hear what I said.
No, you said friend zone.
No, you said me. I'm with someone, and you're not listening to what I said. I'm gonna say it slower. Listen, I am not a nice guy, and my wife has been with me for 19 years. I am not nice. I am confident. I am not nice.
I did hear you say
I am
that.
consistent.
Yes.
I am not nice. I am a plum. I am not nice. I'm good in bed. I am not nice. I'm kind.
All
And
right,
this
you
is why
wasting
she's with me.
seconds.
This is why she's with me. She's not with me because I'm nice. Being nice don't guarantee a woman, fellas.
So if so is it wrong?
I'm confused.
So is it? I want to ask this question. Women, because I have felt guilty in the past for not wanting a nice guy and not feeling like, hey, this is what I should want. I should want this. What is wrong with you? I have felt bad about that. And I want to know, like, are we wrong for not wanting a nice guy? Are we wrong because we may want to have a man that embodies everything you just named?
Yeah, let's get into the minutia of why.
So the minutia, here's what I believe.
Why women don't like nice
enough
guys.
Women, different type of women to understand why they like me. Because typically, and y'all 2 women, you can nod yes or say yeah or nay. Typically, women want a man that has a sense of danger and some type of mysteriousness to him, and that borders fuckboy. Like that's real close to fuck. Men that's real close to fuckboy. Women don't necessarily want a man that's boring and predictable, and that quality is real close to fuckboy. It start to get convoluted when you dealing with that type of man. It is a thin line between unpredictable and fuckboy.
No, I don't. I'll straight up.
No, you don't what?
I don't like that.
You don't like what?
Borderline fuck boys. Why are you looking at me? I can't. Even the engineer is laughing. Like, why is
like this bitch is on cloud motherfucking?
Are you saying that I'm attracted to a borderline fuckboy right now?
I didn't say anything.
Okay, so what was this?
I didn't say any words. I was just looking at you. I'm letting you speak.
I like a level of predictability,
consistency,
Yeah. So
yeah, but predictability and consistency is different.
Mm-hmm.
I think
on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being very consistent.
No shit.
Some people's common sense ain't common. I'm talking to you, but I'm talking to them. On a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being very consistent.
Mm-hmm.
The guy you in this whole world, any guy that you ever liked and loved the most, never loved a man like I love him. On a scale from 1 to 10, how consistent is he?
10. He's been himself from the day.
I asked you how long you've been himself. The things that you want and need, do you ever find yourself having to repeat them?
Oh, that's a different question.
Yeah, I'm asking that different question. Do you ever find yourself having to repeat it?
Yeah, for sure. I've had 2.
So on a scale from 1 to 10, using that metric, where does the person in this world that you love no more than anyone rank? Do they rank 10? They're always consistent. I never have to repeat myself. You can't use 7.
All right, Kevin.
Angelito, can you turn on the heat again or something? Because this is blazing. I'm not going to be able to do it.
You can't use 7. But the point I'm trying to make is...
very confused by the question. Am I just silly right now? Like, what's happening?
Yeah, consistency.
Said, that was a slip.
Yeah.
Said, you get it?
Yeah.
Yes, because what he's saying is this. Consistency, he's talking about consistently being the man and showing up as the man that you want him to be.
I said predictability.
That's why I said they're two different things.
But did I use the word specifically consistent?
Yeah, because that's what, and then she said
I said I like a level of predictability.
And consistency. We can run the tape back. So I started with consistency.
Okay.
And I asked about that.
Okay.
And you tried to meander all around. Because the point is, the person you love in this whole wide world is not a nice guy at all. But you love him more than anybody that's nice and will run behind your sweet little draws. And he's not nice at period. Not saying he's a bad person. I'm not a bad person, but he's not a nice guy.
Okay, maybe I'm confused.
But you are putting up with it, even though he's not nice.
Okay, what makes him nice? I'm still confused because you can't say he said if he's your friend. Okay, he's not my friend. Well, you said if you friend zone.
A whole list at the beginning of what makes him nice. If they have to ask you to reciprocate.
That's a nice guy has to beg a woman to reciprocate. A nice guy is going to come running at your beck and call. Is the guy you with right now going at your beck and call?
No.
Exactly. Look how she even made that face. No. Nice guys are at your beck and call. But you have men that want to be at your beck and call. And you don't want them.
I did.
Damn. Where they at now?
Not no more.
You didn't want them.
Exactly, because you don't want them.
For a different reason.
The guy want has similar qualities to everything I just named, and I said why my wife been with me 19 years. Not because I'm nice.
Maybe I'm hung up on you not doing something she asked you, like building furniture, because you're not a nice guy. I'm confused. Why does that? I was okay. Oh, okay.
I was semi being facetious.
Okay, I was like, what?
But
maybe I was too hung up on.
I was semi, but let's say if I was dating,
okay,
I maybe would and maybe wouldn't.
Got it.
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe they got TaskRabbit for that.
Yeah.
Guess what? I probably wouldn't, but she's still gonna like me because I'm me.
Right. Okay.
I'm not. Women like a man that's confident.
I do.
And let me ask you this.
Okay.
Let's say the person you love the most in this whole wide world, y'all was dating, and you said, "Can you build that for me?" And he did not build it. Would you ignore his call when he called? He was like, "Nah." Exactly. But a nice guy, if he don't do it, you like, fuck him. I'm not answering his call. He didn't even build this shit. I told him to take me out.
But
that is how nice guys get treated.
Do you feel like society is portraying the nice guy as passive or lacking assertiveness? And
yes.
Okay, but is that true? Being kind doesn't necessarily mean that you're being a pushover.
It doesn't, but there's a thin line of we're specific. I don't know why I'm sitting with two women that act like they don't know what the nice guy is. When you do know who the nice guy is, because that's the guy that you friend zone. But you can end up in a relationship with a nice guy and a guy that wasn't perceived as a nice guy?
Yeah.
Because nice guys, typically that terminology typically implies you don't have a backbone.
Correct.
And women do not respect a man that they can run over.
Okay.
True.
Women do not respect a man that they know they can cheat on. And he'll take them back. When you just know like this man ain't going nowhere, you don't even respect him.
Women,
the level of love and adoration is not the same as a man you know you can't pull that shit with.
True.
Okay.
And guys, you have to be confident. You have to be certain, assertive, and aplomb. Even if you're in a relationship. For example, when a woman say, "Baby, you want something to eat? You know what you want to eat? What should we get?" If you like, I don't know. Subconsciously, your lack of leadership and just taking lead on that is going to bleed over into the business of the relationship, and she ain't going to be confident in none of your other abilities. You couldn't even say what you wanted to eat. Don't throw the ball back to her with what you want. Don't throw the ball. She just asked you. She wanted you to pick. Even if you don't know, don't say, "I don't know." Say, "Let me think about it." How many times, and Jen is just my friend. Have I been at Jen, what you want? And you be like, "I don't know." And then we just be kicking it and chilling in the doorbell ring.
Yep.
You gonna get what the fuck I bought then?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say
I'm like, great choice.
Right.
I think that there's something
Say you
very sexy and attractive about a man that just takes lead.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. When
Decisive,
you're with a man who's very decisive and takes lead and, you know, just knows what to do, when to do it, it makes you wet as a woman.
Damn.
And I think that when a man doesn't have those traits, eventually you'll lose respect for him and you will not be turned on by this man. There's a lot of women who are in relationships with men that they are not attracted to sexually, and sex becomes a chore because that man is not being what we perceive as a man.
And y'all like perceived dominance. Y'all like a dominant.
We do. And because we talk about, let's be honest, we talk about how femininity every day about a woman being feminine. Okay.
She about to get in her bag.
And we're all screaming, be feminine, be feminine. But let's get into the fact that, hey man, be masculine. We want a masculine man. We are not diving deep into our femininity to be with a man who is not masculine, because those things don't mesh together. If I'm in my deep femininity, I cannot be with a man who is not taking lead, who doesn't have a sense of direction, who doesn't know where we're going, who can't make decisions, who isn't decisive. That is not going to work for me, especially if I feel like I'm in my femininity. So I am letting my guard down and I am trusting you and honoring you and making you really the dominant man, in the relationship. And I feel like when men lack that, it makes a woman lose respect for you. We're just gonna be
desert
honest. Like we
said desert
shit all the time.
So let's be honest about the masculine. You have to be. You have it. Women again want a man that's confident, and assertive. Bro, you have to be willing to risk her feelings to assert your boundaries.
That's facts.
You have to be willing to potentially make her mad to insert your expectations for her. You cannot be a pushover.
Yeah.
Do you think you're being kind and just being easygoing? No, you making her coochie dry up.
Yeah, you are.
Be assertive. Tell her no. Tell her hell no. She ain't gonna like it, but she like you. She gonna have to deal with it. Now, I'm not saying become a disrespectful, malignant man, but what I'm saying is have a backbone, because nice guys tend to not have a backbone. When you think a nice guy, you think of a man with no backbone. You think of a man that's a pushover. And no woman wants to be with that, because inherently what's inside of them, they are attracted to masculinity.
Yeah.
They are attracted to dominance. Before we had railroads, trains, planes, guns, and light, we were in caves. The woman wants the man that's big and strong.
Yeah.
Because you have to go choke the lion out to get food. You have to squeeze the rhinoceros to get food.
And we might
so
not
they
be
wanted to pick strong.
Caveman ties.
But that's why men inherently,
for real.
Well, that's why women inherently like taller men, just inherently. Because they go, oh, I can feel protected.
Yeah. Even
I feel protected.
The shorties
tall niggas out here pushing.
She's not gonna feel protected. You don't have to be 7 feet tall.
Right.
But you can move like you 7 feet tall, homeboy, and she'll respect that.
True. My sister's husband, Nicole's husband, is not 7 feet tall. You know, he don't play. And the thing is like, what I'm realizing is like my dad taught me. He taught me this very young. He was like, always pay attention to a man's sense of direction. If a man doesn't have good sense of direction, stay away from that man.
That's true.
Like when you're driving,
I learned the hard way.
If he's like, oh, I don't know where I'm going and this and that, you stay away from that man.
That's true.
And even when COVID hit, we started to think as ladies like, damn, what I want in a man is a little different. Not COVID.
Yo.
I'm like, yo, wait a
when
minute.
COVID hit, it had y'all looking at y'all mates. Like, when we was this close to an apocalypse, my wife was cool. Exactly. She was like, look,
I was disappointed.
My wife
I was disappointed.
She said my wife was cool. I work out. I'm strong. I'm certain. I'm a plum. I ain't afraid to break rules, laws, hearts, or fingernails.
No, the dude I was dating was like, look, I'm not trying to spread it. I'm like, you just hit. What do you mean you don't want to spread it? You about to take it back. If I got it, you got it. You just
see, I can't. You want a man that's like, hey, we might be going into who knows what kind of time. Seriously. And it's like, now I'm looking at a man like if we was back in the cave times. And like you said, inherently, and it's even like scientifically, like when women ovulate, like men are more attracted to you when you're ovulating.
I've heard
pheromones.
that.
It's a real thing in science. And it's like there's a biological chemistry in your body that's attracted to a man that you can mate with. Right. And that's why women are attracted to tall men or masculine, tough men or buff men. It's because our body is attracting us to someone that we feel like we can mate with and have a family with. And when you think about mating with a man, I think of a man, like you said, where if an apocalypse happened tomorrow, I'm not looking out the window like, oh shit, we about to die.
Y'all both gonna die.
We gonna die. I want a man that's like, baby, like I can turn off my mind for a little bit.
I was just about to say that, not to cut you, because it ain't even about strength. What kind of mind he got?
I can.
What kind? If you really want a woman to fall in love with you, she gonna fall in love with your mind, homeboy. You got to know how to touch her without touching her.
Oof. Okay, so why do women deal with the nice guy then? Why do they have sex with the nice guy?
He's a play. The sex is a reward or a pity party. Like I'm gonna go ahead and give him some sympathy vagina, but she's not into him. Wouldn't want to marry him until later on in life. Again, when she's the nice guy, the nice guy usually gets chosen or tries to get chosen later on in life by a woman that has 3 kids and 4 baby daddies, because now she wants a man that's consistent. She wants a man that will show up. She wants a man she don't have to keep repeating herself to. But guess what? He don't want you now. He's with the others. They're respecting him for his niceness.
That's how I like knew I was with a nice guy, and it kind of sounds crazy, but like he would always like beg for head, and I was like,
see what I'm saying? Begging.
No, I've never had.
I'm not begging no. I'm not begging no top of y'all.
I'm saying that's a sign.
That's a sign. I said that. That's a sign that you gotta beg. If y'all
but
already,
the sex was great.
If y'all already sexually active and you gotta beg for sex, it's crazy. But that shows that he's not confident and assertive. Why would you beg for head? Just sit it on her forehead and she say, what you doing? Say, I'm putting it on your mind. When you get a chance and you get around to it.
Let me tell you something.
It was like a weirdo thing though, because I was like, dang, why don't I want to? Because
you don't.
Someone else, I was like, even though I'm terrible, but like I just didn't want to.
You want to like, if a man is making,
but I liked him a lot,
and that's another thing.
But I did like him, and the sex was good, and I liked him.
Look at how you say that you like him,
right? I like him.
No, I'm telling you, I liked him.
No, but I'm saying women feel pressure.
Where is he now?
Yeah,
I have.
So for the guys that's listening, we have a lot of male support.
Yeah, we do.
Y'all listen to me, because my woman has been here, and I love bragging about that because it's an anomaly in these days. In the era of social media, we've been together 19 years. Part of the reason is my wife is still here because before we did it the first time, I sprinkled a little crack on it. So she been here all this time. That is my secret. But outside of that,
sprinkle a crack on your penis.
I sprinkled a little crack on it, and that's why she don't even know. That's why
she know she watches every week.
That's why she been here this whole time. Well, she hooked now.
It don't matter anymore.
She ain't going nowhere like a bad nappy. What 2 Chainz say? But you cannot buy your way into her heart, man.
You can't.
You can't be benevolent enough to make her fall in love with you. And when a woman meets you, within 30 seconds,
She knows.
She'll visualize if she can see herself having sex with you or not.
She knows.
The friend zone is full of people that they can't even visualize themselves having sex with.
True.
But you can come out and be my entertainment. I can let you finance this activity. I can let you come over and cheer me up because I'm bored. I'm rather bored.
You know what's
I'm
so
thinking about the
crazy?
man I really want.
I'm at the age and stage of my life where I can't even be bored enough to entertain a man that I don't want.
Damn.
Okay, I can't even be broke enough to entertain a man I don't want.
But they was
and
eating
guess
me
what?
up in the comments.
I'm
when I
not
said
broke
that.
or bored because I got way too much shit moving. But I'll tell you this: I am so fine with my own energy and my own vibe that there's no amount of boredness or brokenness that can ever lead me to entertain a man. Matter of fact, keep your money, sir, because I don't want you expecting my time, my energy, or my involvement with you. Let's be very
that's
clear.
Another thing. Let's talk about that because there's an avenue of what I had the last video that went viral on our channel about like dating. And I think a lot of men have learned to a degree that the barrier of entry to a woman is money or taking her on a date. And these women are requiring these dates. And I think men got the cheat code like, oh, all I got to do is take her on a date and I'm going to use and abuse her or at least try. Like they're willing to roll the dice to see if they're going to either go home with you tonight or eventually go home with you after that date.
But what's more telling is when you did your video about men should stop taking women on dates, there were a lot of women that were criticizing you and in an uproar. Those particular women, from where I'm sitting, like to play games. And they like, you ruining the game. I want this food. I want this man to wine and dine. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
But I will say this.
So
right?
they're in an uproar because these, I'm gonna land it real quick, but they're the nice guy. They don't like the video you did about, hey, get to know him, don't take him on dates. Like the women was going crazy. And I was like, and I was looking at their profile because you're the type of woman that's okay with using and abusing a man for his finances, knowing you have no intent on being with him, which is what your message was about.
Right.
But again, the amount of women
crazy
who push back against that shows just how many women are willing to use you, my boy.
Yeah.
Don't let her do it.
Right.
If a woman is hitting you up very last minute all the time, it ain't because she like you. She wants you to finance the dinner. Her other plans fell through, but she's still hungry and don't have enough money in her account.
And I think that's the messed up part for the nice guys that get wrapped up in that because I think they are actually interested in a woman. There's a level of men that are, or there's a certain amount of men that are actually trying to get to know that woman or trying to, and they're stuck in between the women that are playing and the women that want the nice guy.
I want to say this.
Or not the nice guy, the women that might be actually interested before they find out.
I want to say this. I want to say this because there's two things there, right? For your message specifically, I want to be like, I want to say my point on some of those things that you mentioned. There are men who like to play around, have money to spend, and want to take women on dates. And there's women that want to go on dates, look fly, be with these men, and they know that they're going to get their meal paid for, and that man knows he's going to get some vagina. And that is okay.
Correct.
And I would just want everyone to understand that. Play your part, right? That's that. Number two, there's also a woman like myself who is going to require that you get to know me by courting me. Okay, because I feel like that's very important, and I'm old school and traditional in that way where I do want to be courted. And let me be very clear, I will never, like I said, it's not an amount. I could be so hungry and still not waste my time going on a date with a man that I'm not interested in. Okay, I will not use your money, your time, or your energy. If I don't fuck with you, I don't rock with you, right?
I like it.
So,
but that's unfortunate for the man that doesn't know you, though. Why would he court you if he doesn't know you?
You got to figure it out because you're attracted to me.
So how can he get to know you?
He can get to know me by courting me.
Well, I don't think it's necessarily wrong. Now it's starting to get convoluted because there is women that's like, nah, I want to go out. You got to take me out. And I think if you're the type of man that's okay with that, then that's a perfect match.
I agree.
For the type of what Jen is trying to do is save men from ending up with a woman who just wants all inclusive access to his wallet,
who's just using you for the time out or the energy.
Yeah, because you don't need to go. But if a woman really like you, and y'all said this before, if a woman really like you, She'll just run errands with you. You don't have to go on no date. You don't have to spend money.
But that takes time. Like, think about, okay, the last guy I was dating. I will run errands, go anywhere with you. I don't care. But guess what? The first date we ever went on, he said 9 p.m. Can you meet me at this restaurant? And guess what? I showed up and was very impressed with his, that was masculine to me. That was good.
Ain't nothing. Hold on. I'm gonna let you talk, Jen. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yes,
but there's a thing. There's a thing. I'm in the middle of that.
I don't agree.
I'm in the middle of that.
How'd that
if I meet a woman, can I say something? Wait, as a man, if I meet a woman with a sense of entitlement to my wallet and me taking her out,
it ain't gonna last.
I'm not doing it.
It ain't gonna last. It ain't gonna work.
I can afford it. Because I don't even like that you coming in with a sense of entitlement.
Exactly.
Why can't I get to know you over the FaceTime first? Let's see if we can catch a vibe right there. Because if we can't because guess what? Y'all women are falling in love with gestures.
Thank you.
No. Taking me to a restaurant. He bought me this, he bought me that. You're not even falling in love with the man.
Exactly.
You fall in love with a gesture. Exactly. And in a real relationship, the gestures are far and few in between like that. Regular relationships are mundane. What keep them together is how strong your mundane love is.
But see, I'm going to say this.
I want to get that out clean.
Okay.
Real relationships ain't about the grandiose gestures. Real relationships is about how strong your mundane love is. The day-to-day business of the relationship, how well it's been done. Is it been done with joy and glee? And has it been done sufficient and efficient enough? Not these grandiose gestures.
Let me say this. I want to say this.
You requiring a date is actually setting you up for failure.
Well, let me say this. I don't agree, but I'm going to say this. I, for instance, will do a FaceTime vibe. Like, I will talk on the phone. I might talk on the phone for the person I'm dating right now. We talked on the phone for 2 weeks before we ever went on a date.
How many dates did you go out on with men that was doing extravagant things that you were not interested in? Keep it real.
A lot. No, that's
21 Savage, a lot.
No, that's not true. That's actually not true. Every man that I allow to spend money on, I have some intention of trying to make it work, and that's honest. Whether it was the London dude, I have an intention. I'm bringing them to my birthday. I'm introducing them to my friends. I'm not just going on dates with men I don't see no future with, period. I'm not.
But can you agree that there are women out there?
Yes. I think that what you're saying is 100% true. But I'm saying there's a certain caliber of women that you're going to miss out on by following that.
You well versed in both. You've been on both sides of this coin.
Yeah.
So can you help the men out there identify? Can you name some things that
I
can show them like she just about my bread? She don't really like it. Go ahead.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, go.
Okay. Number one, she's not really available to you. When a woman really likes you, you call her, you text her, she's going to be answering. Our heart is throbbing. Our pussy is jumping. We are so excited to get a text or a message from you. Simple. Women, we show you if we like you very quickly. Number two, everything has to be a date. If it's not a date, you don't enjoy spending time with them. If every single time you go out, it has to be a date or something extravagant, she does not like you. Like I said, the last guy I was dating, whether it ended up fucked up or not, we went on a few dates, and then all the rest of our whole entire relationship was kicking it, chilling, going to the movies, barely doing anything, rolling around on bullshit all day because I just wanted to be in his presence. If a woman is not willing to just be in your presence without any other extracurriculars going on, she does not want you, and that is a fact. And I think that men have to be a lot sharper and smarter, because just like women need to be smarter by
what
choosing.
Else? Give another one. Give
another one.
What else?
Is
how could they tell like, nah, she just playing get mind games? Give them one.
Another one. I'm trying to. Another one would be that
somebody told me a woman asked him to help her remodel her condo on their first date. So if they're asking you for something,
that's over the top.
But my point is, if they're asking you for something without knowing you,
but that's obvious. I want her to like give me something.
Okay.
Like,
another thing is like you said, as a man, you should
first
understand if a woman after 2 weeks of dating her bills are due and she's stressed out and she got things going on that she can't handle and she's overwhelmed and and she can't pay her rent on time and she needs you to pay her rent. She ain't really fucking with you for real, because women are not even bold enough to do that with a nigga they really fuck with. I'm gonna keep it real. Okay, let me tell you something. When a woman really messes with you, she don't even want you to know her shit ain't clean right now.
Facts.
She gonna dress it up every time for you like it's real money. And that's the truth, okay?
For real.
That's the fact. You ain't never gonna know she has problems. You know how many men I was in full relationships where my shit was in shambles and he thought that I was the best thing smoking, didn't even know?
Pause real quick. That we gotta let that simmer. And she was talking real fast. You talk fast. Was you one of the Bone Thugs?
I was.
That was Chicken Bone. She was talking real fast. Play that back, y'all know, because what she just said, seriously, is a bar. That's a bar. Play that back, fellas. Any signs of what she just said right there? Run the other way. That was your biggest bar right there. Because they not. You right.
Yeah.
They not gonna let you know that their life is falling apart because they like you.
Because they like you.
They don't want to scare you away.
They don't want to scare you. Every time you see them, they're gonna be dressed to impress. They're gonna have their best Sunday's best on. They're gonna be smelling good, looking good, vagina waxed. They're gonna be spending their last dollar to get their fucking hair done to come date on a date with you. Okay, they're gonna be trying all their outfits on, and you may not even be going on a date. They can come sit in your living room and they're gonna look better than they ever do. And that's the truth. That's so if a girl doesn't care about her appearance when she's around you, she don't care about you.
Now, Jen, you give one sign that says, I think this guy is masculine. I like him. What can a man do or be like that women like and respect and turn them on? And they admire, like, what can they exert or do or say and be to attract a woman of your caliber?
It's gonna seem really, really simple, but have a plan.
That's not simple. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Simple.
Because people don't have a plan.
Without a life,
I know.
Hello. We all know.
Without a life plan, if he don't have a plan for himself, how you gonna have a plan for y'all?
Exactly.
If he couldn't exalt one person, how you gonna exalt four? You, him, and the kids.
Yeah. Another one on top of that too is
that's a good one.
I love when a man can admit when he doesn't know what to do and impart my knowledge and say like and ask me like, hey, what do you think? Or like, hey,
I love that.
I'm doing this or I'm doing that, but like I'm trying to check with you, like, because I know you're resourceful, or I know you got a lot of things going, like you're a smart woman, I want to ask you. Like, I love when a man just like, I obviously love when he got it, like, hey, I got it, whatever, he knows what he's doing, I'm just like, okay, babe, I got you, I'm with you. But I also love that too. It's not that it's a weakness, that's not what I want to use, but it's like he's not going to pretend he got something that he don't got. Yeah. Like, I think leaders.
So that honesty, that level of transparency.
Yeah. And I think even in like organizations, like leaders who don't pretend to be perfect, leaders who don't act like they know everything. They know who they have to delegate things to. Like, hey, babe, I don't even know how to do that. Can you do it for me? Like, I like when
that's true.
A man actually utilizes the type of woman that I am, because I'm going to help you out.
Let me tell you. That's dope. I've liked that. And the smartest person in the room is the person who knows they don't know everything. And I feel like it makes me as a woman too feel so valuable in my relationship when my man comes to me and he's like, hey, babe, you know, like, what do you think about this? Like, there's something that's so sexy.
It could be
and
the
empowering.
Thing. It could be like, hey, what do you think of these floors? Or hey, like, I could do this, do that, or hey, I want to put this in.
But if a woman doesn't like you, when you ask her that, she's gonna be like, I don't know, do what you want. It's not gonna phase her. Listen, if she don't like you and you ask her something like that, she's not quick to get back to you. Yeah. Let's just be real.
I hate to say that we need a part 2 on this.
We might.
Because I feel like there's another whole nother level.
I just want to close it out. And which camera is mine? The blue one?
Yeah.
I'm going to reiterate it again. I'm going to look directly at y'all, fellas. And I'm going to reiterate it again. Because you need to understand that women do not like nice guys.
They don't.
Have a backbone. Don't be nice, be confident. Don't be nice, be consistent. Don't be nice, be good in bed. Don't be nice, be a plum. Women don't like nice guys. Do not let her run all over you. Learn how to say no and stick to that. And do not follow a woman's emotions. See, women often don't say what they mean. They say how they feel at the time.
Ooh, say it again.
Women don't often say what they mean. They say what they feel at the time, which changes. So if your emotions is shadowing her vacillating feelings, you're in your feminine.
Ooh.
That's ugly.
Stay in your masculine. You stay steadfast, straight up and you be steadfast.
Still.
And let her waver. And she gonna love that about you. But you don't have to be nice to get a woman to love you.
No.
Be
Hello.
kind. Don't be nice, be kind.
Get into that, y'all. Period.
And we out of here.
And we're out. Holla front, holla back.
I'm gonna hop on this clip, bitch.
All right, guys, that is it. We have ran out of time.
Yeah, that's good.
But if you like what you heard or disagree